What's going on, Fast Turn Radio listeners, watchers, replay catchers, gompers? What's up? Let's see. I got to change this view now because I am totally looking at a black screen and it is weird. And no, Michael Flanagan, you cannot produce anymore. I'm on my own now. All right, there. At least we've got some different pictures. You know, Michelle Jones got her little dog picture up there. I got some profile. I feel like I'm talking to people. When I get my picture like off in the corner, it's weird. Doesn't feel right. So yes, we are recording now. The replay will be up shortly after it concludes. I immediately start to upload. Well, as soon as it concludes, Zoom is really cool about automatically downloading that file to the hard drive. So I take it straight off my hard drive as soon as it's done and upload it to YouTube. So it usually takes, I think, about 30 minutes to download to my hard drive and get everything the way it's supposed to be, maybe 15 minutes. And then it takes about an hour or so to upload it to YouTube. But yes, the replay will be available. The best way to catch it, I'll put this in the chat, which is not recordable, but you can download the text file of the chat if you want to. But you can go to www.fastturnradio.com. Excuse me, .com. And the red button is not showing red like it's recording. Yeah, mine says stop recording. You have your own recording button. I don't think it actually works, but you can try it, I guess. So my button is recording. But anyway, go to fastturnradio.com, which actually just takes you to my YouTube channel. It's just redirect to my YouTube channel. And that's where I host all the recorded replays. So it'll be up there pretty much immediately following the conclusion of Zoom. Hope everybody's doing well. Looks like Nathan is on his iPad, which is cool because it says Nathan's iPad. Zoom is great for mobile. If you're on mobile, get the app. It seems pretty flawless. You know, we've actually had people on a Zoom that were on their phone, and it worked great. So it's a very stable platform. Everyone seems to like it better than the previous platform we were on. That shall we shall not name, or however it goes. Oh, Bob Willie's on his iPad. What's up, Bob? Denise, hello. And if you guys could go into your profiles and just change your picture to whatever it used to be so I can actually recognize you guys instead of being a bunch of gray little faces, that would be fantastic. I just want to recognize you because now I got to read the names and try to figure out. See, like I see Paul. I don't know which Paul it is, but I assume Paul Coburn from Spree V Guide, who still has all the links and keeps everybody up to date. And of course, we all know Bob Willie, and Michelle Jones is here, and Daniel Kretz. Brandon Gompers, we already saw him. Another fist bump to Gompers. What's up, man? So, hope everybody is doing great tonight. Lots of little tidbits and news, and we can talk about whatever it is that's on your mind, whatever you want to talk about. This is your hour, not mine. I'm going to give you the lowdown on what's going on in my business, but when it comes down to it, this show is all about you guys. Now, the pictures aren't showing up in chat. I'm not sure why, but anyway, minor details. Yeah, we know who each other are, who each other is, are something. Biggest thing is just when you only have a first name, I'm not sure which Paul you might be or which Denise you might be. There's a few of us running around out there with the same names. There's even a few Duanes. So, hey, look, and Charlie brought himself on camera. What's up, man? You need to turn yourself off. Just click the button in the lower left-hand corner. There you go. I have no control over your video, guys. The only control I have is that you are not on camera when you start. That's it. If you choose, oh, Robert Watson, what's happening, man? Good to see you again. Yeah, thanks for being Clothed Charlie. Yes, if you come on camera, please have your clothes on. I cannot keep you from turning on your own video. Can't do it. I can only make it so that the video is off when you join. But all right, so let's get down to business because that's what we're all here for. We're not here for chatting. I mean, yes, we're all friends and we like to chat, but really, let's talk about some business. Let's give you some hints and tips and tricks and encouragement to make some money. All right, I've got a couple of. Well, I don't know how interesting it is to you. It blew me away when I sat down and I looked at some numbers. I, being me personally, have not. Oh, see, Robert Watson, man, I missed you, man. See, he's asking about cupcakes. He keeps people on their toes. He's like, we're not going to have a party that doesn't have cupcakes, chips, and dip. We need to make it fun family atmosphere. All right. Yeah, there you go. Charlie just down looking around, downloaded Zoom, kind of clicking on things, and that's cool. And I don't care. You guys want to come on camera? You want to come on mic? That would be awesome. You're more than welcome to. But, okay, back to business. I have not shipped a shipment in, I believe, 3 weeks now. Okay, I personally have not shipped out a single shipment, which is awesome because my team member has been sending out a bunch of shipments and is going to be sending out a bunch more. So she sent out like, I think 100 and some last week or 2 weeks ago. And then in the last week, she shipped 259 units last week. And then this week, it was a little bit slower, and that was my fault, totally my fault. She shipped 90 units. She shipped everything I gave to her. The fact is I didn't give her enough work. But I am in the midst of changing that. I've got some RA that is sitting out in the garage that I'm probably going to take to her. I may do it myself tomorrow because my plans have changed. So, yeah, Paul Coburn. Now I see your name. There you go, buddy. I got your last name now. So I've got some RA that's sitting out there. I've ordered a ton of wholesale recently. I'm getting ready. Just got done with Valentine's. We can talk about that a little bit. Getting ready for Easter. So I got those orders coming in. I got my regular replen wholesale coming in. So those 2 orders are done. And I have one other replen wholesale order that I have to place. And I may even do one more. So it just depends how the mood strikes me. I'm in a little different position this year. This is the road to 5K. That's going to be the recurring theme. If you guys don't like that, let me know. Maybe I can change it, but people seem to like it. And I kind of like having something to fall back on every week where it's a consistent theme. And I'm going to show you guys how to make sales of $500,000 each year on Amazon and hopefully more. But I'm in a weird position this year compared to last year. Last year, I did well. Okay, we did well. Ended the year, had some cash in our pockets, about $10,000, I think $7,000 really when it was all said and done to start the year. Now, that doesn't sound like a lot of money to a lot of you, but considering the fact that we had started the previous year with $1,500, okay, so to be able to start the year, take a little bit of money out for pay and all that, and still have inventory in stock and $7,000 in cash, and we went forward with that, and it turned it over and over, and it turned out well. This year, if you've been listening since the beginning of the year, we started with actually about $45,000 cash. And yes, I did pay myself out of that. Took some money. I saw a nasty little thread, honestly, that said, if you do fast turns, basically you're going to make less than minimum wage. That was somebody's contention. Wow. Not really the case. But, people that don't like fast turns, maybe they don't like me. That's up to you. But it's just not true because I paid myself a whole lot of money in the beginning of the year. So I took some money out. Still had some left over. We're cash heavy is my point. And that puts me in a totally different position than where we were last year. No, don't do that stuff. No. It's not. No. That's going way too far. Yeah, cash heavy is not minimum wage. That's true. So we're sitting cash heavy. So while I still love fast turns, I do realize that if I'm going to spend as much money as we need to grow this business, I've got to do some things where it's going to be longer term plays. Now, does that mean long-term holds? No. Really what it means is going deeper into wholesale to where I know it's not going to sell in a month or 2 months. I may be buying wholesale that's going to sell over the next 6 to 8 months, just slowly, steady throughout the course of the year. And I'm okay with that because unlike last year where if I'd put a few $1,000s into something and it took months to get that money back, not so much the case this year. So I'm looking at that also as being just a steady daily 1 or 2 sales even. I mean, it doesn't have to blow out the door, but if I get a steady 1 or 2 sales These are items that I know sell throughout the year. That's just constant income. And I'm playing with the numbers and I see no reason not to do it. So I think I got at least, or I think I have 2 more wholesale orders to put in. And, we sold some sports equipment. I don't know if you guys remember the big sale that Chris Green alluded to back in August of last year, that sports equipment was crazy cheap. And I bought some stuff that was over $100 and I was getting it for $30. Well, at $30, and I think I bought 10 of them. Okay, I've got $300 invested. And I'm selling those fast? No, not at all. But every month, every couple of weeks, one of these things will sell. So I paid 30 and we're selling for actually 120. So we're selling them for $120. We paid 30. That's kind of cool. And so I need to get into some more of that kind of those kind of plays where if the cost is low enough, it's okay if it takes a little while to sell through. The problem is these 6-month long-term storage fees can kind of bite you. Yeah, Michael Flanagan, that will help the ASP. Yes, sir, it will. There is no doubt about that. All right, and let me, before I get too far behind in the chat and into the conversation, just talking, because we don't have a actual queue, let me make sure I'm not missing anything in the chat. Oh, Jason Wilkie's here. What's up, Jason? It's good to have you here, man. Jason's another one that, if I'm not mistaken, just walked out on his job. He said, hey, guys, I've enjoyed being here, but I got to go make some more money and live, really, more importantly, live the life I want to live. It is a lifestyle job. There's no doubt about it. You're going to make money. If you're smart with your money, if you watch what you're doing, if you understand these concepts and you can keep the cash flowing, you are going to make money doing FBA. It's all of us here are making money doing it. So that's not the question. It's whether or not you can keep up with the daily grind, which it does sometimes get to a grind, but also understand we are our own bosses. We drive ourselves. So when you get a little tired, take some downtime. It's okay. When you're getting just beat up, and it, when you're pushing too hard. Like I started at 4 o'clock this morning. That was too early. So about 2 o'clock, I took a nap. And from 2 to 3, I slept good. And I woke up at 3 feeling like a champ. So I worked from 4 to 2. I woke up at 3, did a little more work till about 3:30, 4 o'clock, not a lot. Family came home, spent some time with them. They went to bed about 7. Here I am doing the Spreecast. Got a new wholesale account today. I've been looking through that stuff. I told you about it a couple weeks ago, where I was excited about the prospects of a wholesale account. It finally came through today. And so I got their new stuff to look through. So I'll probably do that when I get off the Spreecast. So, it's going to end up being, I don't know, maybe a 12, 13-hour day, somewhere in there, whatever. Tomorrow I may only work 4 hours. I have no idea. Do not take naps while driving. That is a bad idea, Robert Watson. But yeah, naps are awesome. So Sherry, you're going to see how this works. You're going to feel when you're tired. And trust me, when you do it, it's okay to take the foot off the gas, because, man, I have pushed to the point of exhaustion, and that's when your body just quits on you. And you'll feel like you are just sick, just totally can't get out of bed sick, and you wonder what's going on. You sleep for a day. Next thing you know, you feel great, and all it is, your body is tired telling you need to stop. So you're going to see that. Jason Wilkie, you're going to see it. We all go through it. But guys, I'm so happy for you. I can't even stand it. Man, congratulations. I mean, seriously, holy crap. You left your job. You said, I'm going to be my own boss. I'm going to do my own thing. I'm going to make my own way. You can't tell me the limits on my income. You can't tell me the limits on my time. It's all about me and what I want to do. And it's all about my company and my business and the people around me and what we decide to do. And man, it's crazy. The freedom is amazing. So, sorry, got a little pumped up there, but man, I just know what you guys are going through, and it freaking rocks. You got Robert Watson, who's like, hey, I think I might just go hike the Adirondack Trail for a while or something. He can do that. You can do whatever you want. So, all right, back to business. So this is what I've done. Part of what we're trying to do is I'm trying to get away from packing and shipping so much. I'm trying to get back to being able to coach, spend time on some of the new things that are coming up, like threads and treads. And we got Deals Done Right coming out. I owe it to my coaching group. I owe them some more videos. And we had a great coaching session last Thursday, which was awesome. I thought it was. I got a lot of positive feedback, so I think other people thought it was. So I want to be able to get back to coaching while still growing the business, and hopefully getting Teresa away from her full-time job so she can help me full-time. And all this planning is starting to come together. The wholesale, Cyber Monkey deals. Guys, I'm not here to sell you on something. I'm here to just give you a testimony, and you can't even get into it anyway, so there's nothing to sell. I signed up for Cyber Monkey deals. I am hitting about a 30% success rate, I guess, or whatever. I don't know what you want to call it. When they put out a deal each day, I get 10. Yeah, it is closed. I'm getting 10 deals. I'm on the 10 deals of 50% ROI, less than 100,000 rank. And some of them are bombs. I mean, they're awful. 97,000 video games probably sold in like 1994 or something. I mean, it's awful. Then you get the ones that are, $5 selling for 15, ranked 11,000 in health and personal care. And you're like, yeah, that's easy money right there. So, I'm batting about 30%, which, me, I'm a fast turn guy. I'm not trying to get this stuff and sell it over the next few weeks. I'm trying to get this stuff and sell it now. I mean, $5 selling for 15 is not something I'm going to want to hold for 6 months. So I did sign up, and I'm loving it. So you give me 30% of the deals, even if half of those go bad, I'm paying $45 a month, I think, or something. I think I'm going to be able to make my money back. I will keep you guys posted. But I've got a lot of Cyber Monkey deals that are going to Teresa. Got my wholesale going to Teresa. I've got my replens going to Teresa. I've got my deals that I find on my own going to Teresa. Get it? I got a lot of boxes in the garage, and I expect them to be there for a while. So I'm excited. I'm liking where things are going. And we had a banner day today, sales-wise. Profit-wise, not so much. That's something that you guys have heard me talk about, I'm sure. When somebody says, hey, yeah, that's your sales, but what's your profit? And it's just a bad question to me. It sits wrong. Don't like it. But today is actually one of the good examples of why you want to ask that question. And I will actually show you right now why that is actually a valid question. It's just a rude one to me. I think it's rude when somebody is sharing what they've done and they're trying to inspire people. I don't like it. You shouldn't ask what their profits are. Just be inspired by what they've done and see if you can do it too. But here we go. Because we have the awesome sharing of the screen ability here, I'll show you what's happening in our business today. All right, you guys see that? Hopefully. You should see my screen. That's our sales for today. You see right up here, February, and all the categories. So you can see we've sold a lot of toys and some grocery. There's our two sporting goods, $240. See, I wasn't lying to you, 120 bucks a piece. That's what that comes out to. Got some home appliance in there, office products. Honestly, I don't even know what those are. I'd have to go back and scour through this stuff and see what those were. So it looks like a great day, right? Not so much. A lot of those sales are these 33 toys. A lot of that is at a break-even price. So about $700 of today's stuff is break-even. I am not happy about that, but that's the way it is. Why? Because it's my Valentine stuff. And what is today? The 11th. Yeah, it's a nice ASP and all that good stuff, but man, I tell you what, it's when screen share takes over everything. It sure does. Oh, Paul, I even see your face now, buddy. So really not a lot of profit in there, just a lot of sales, a lot of getting rid of Valentine's inventory that was piling up. But the funny thing is, the Valentines that that are sold, or we sold, hit 750 in toy, and it is a #1 new release. So it's a really good bundle. There's just not any money in it. So people like the products, they just didn't like paying a whole lot for it. So not a banner day, even though it looks good on paper. Sometimes the profits really aren't there. Is that normally the case? No, it's not normally the case. The other $600 that we've sold today is all very profitable, especially those sporting equipment things that, bought for 30, sold for 120. Those are very profitable. This 700, you can just wipe that right off. This is where the profit's at. All that stuff is profitable. But so let's take this a step further while we've got you on screen. And let's go back to the month to date. And the reason I like to do this is I don't want to show you last year's month to date. See, I'll show you the difference. If I just do year to date, if I just do year to date, it's going to show you last year's comparison to this year's comparison. Well, who cares? We're a month and a half into it. That doesn't matter. But if we actually put in the dates for this customized range, I think this gives a much more accurate picture of where we stand this year versus last year. So last year we had sold 711 units, 15,000 in sales. This year we are at 1,383, so almost 1,400 units, almost a little less than twice as much. So you see our ASP has come up just because we've sold slightly fewer units, and we are almost dead on twice as much in sales. 15,000 here, 30,000 here. Dice it up any way you want to. That's how we're looking, and I'm happy with that. If we, again, can maintain a 2 times year over year, that's going to put us dead on track for the 500,000. Everybody's trying to get rid of the big screen. I'm sorry, guys. If there are some different screen options, it's really on your end. I can't control what you see on your screen. But that's so that's how we're looking year to date, and the month to date. I don't even know what the month to date is. Oh, apparently I cannot display. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Okay, I need to take my screen share off, I think. All right, you're back to me. I think I know what's going on. Yep, that's what it was. So let's get back in here. It was just that it kind of logged me out. I'd been inactive for too long, and I guess it got caught up in the middle of trying to do that. All right, let's put you back on screen now. Okay, so you should see my screen again. So let's go back up to the month to date. And we're hitting on 7,000. Not great. We're almost, because it's such a short month, we're almost halfway through the month. So not having a great month. Same month last year was 9,000 though. All right. So that's huge. 9,000 last month. We're at 7,000 almost halfway through this month. So that, I didn't realize that. We are way outpacing what we did last year. So we should end up just about doubling February, hopefully. All right, everybody got their screen set up, I think. So anyway, that's it for the road to 500K. I mean, that's it. We did 215,000 last year. You figure with a little more effort, and as bad as May and June were, and you'll see that as we get further into the summer. I mean, May and June were horrible. So if we can maintain 2x throughout most of the year, and then really nail May and June, be up 4, 5, 6 times, then we're going to fly, and we're going to be just fine going into the fourth quarter. We're going to hit this 500,000 with no problem. So that's how you do it, guys. You take last year, you start to project some stuff. You start to look. The Valentine's, huge learning experience. So we're going to take it off the screen share. Valentine's, right and wrong. Man, I tell you what, I'll tell you one thing I learned. The peak is, I thought it was the last 1 to 2 weeks. dude, it's about those last 4 days. The last 4 days up to now. So the 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th, those 4 days, stuff has been flying. Had I not gone so deep on some of the stuff that I bought, it would have been no problem at all whatsoever. The fact is, I went too deep, so I had to crush the price, so I had to get rid of the product. Yeah, is Valentine's coming up? I think so. I think that's what I heard. Yeah, so I mean, when I say deep, I'm talking like over 150 units deep, way too deep. On an experiment, I should have gone 25, across many, many products. So I had 150 different products, but maybe 25 on 6 instead of 150 on 1, which is kind of where things ended up. Not a good plan. That was not smart. Lesson learned. Learned a lot of interesting things about market fluctuation, where things are in the beginning of the season and how slow they are and just how quickly they ramp up. So yeah, lots of lessons learned. Not a lot of money lost. I mean, lost a little bit, but not a lot. Going to take that, carry it over into Easter. Easter is going to set up right for Mother's Day. Mother's Day, if you choose to do Father's Day, I'm probably going to stay off Father's Day because, we don't really get a lot. Other than maybe some barbecue mittens or barbecue mitts, utensils, a coffee mug and a tie, really not a lot happening for Father's Day. So I don't think I'm going to concentrate too much on that. But, that's June. Hey, July, I know it sounds crazy, but just that quick, we're looking at back to school. Back to school was huge for us last year. Yeah, there you go. Sherry Brown knows. She's like, heck yeah, I know about some back to school. Yeah, in July, as your kids are just getting out, people are getting ready to go back to school. Dennis, absolutely. 4th of July, flags, big winner for me last year. And so, it's, any CCC rank analysis repeats predictable for the Valentines or was previous data bunk this year. I kind of went out on a limb on a product that I saw that was 80,000. Gompers, you'll appreciate this. And I probably said it before. I saw a product that was 80,000 in early January. And I said, that's a winner. And I looked back at CCC, had no data. It had only been on there a few months. But I said, if this thing is ranked 80,000 in toy, and it is so Valentine specific, this thing is going to be killer at Valentine's. I said, that's a top 500 toy. And I told a few people that. I said, this thing's top 500. It's 80,000 in January. It is so Valentine specific. It's there. Just like Gompers, the reason I say you'll appreciate it is just like at CES when I was looking at the Halloween costumes that I saw in September or in August, same deal, 100,000 in toy. I said, it's a Halloween costume. We're nowhere near it. Sure enough, just like those Halloween costumes got to be top 1,000 and I think top 500, this bear, I said, it was a Valentine's bear. I said, this thing is going to be top 500. Sure enough, that bear hit top 500. I said, I knew it. 80,000 a month and a half ago, so Valentine specific, bam, this thing's going to fly. And there it was. So you can just see it. So no, I did not have CCC data to fall back on. I just saw it. It was just blatantly obvious what was going to happen. And I've seen it time and time again. And it's not, Dennis, it's not so much gut as it is experience. I've just watched these Christmas arches are no joke. And they're not just Christmas arches. They're Christmas, Valentine's, Mother's Day, maybe Father's Day, probably not, Easter, 4th of July. I mean, all this stuff, if you start to see it months ahead of time and it has any kind of arch whatsoever, or if you just know this product is similar to that product and similar to that product, and it's there. It's just there. And no, I don't think I'll bring the crystal ball to the craps table. No, my luck, I'd bet on black and red and it'd come up green. So, yeah. So that part of Valentine's Day I nailed. I knocked that part out of the park. But how deep I wanted to go with my bundle, which was brand new, I had to run ads, get traffic started to it, get some traction going. That was a little rough. Then going too deep was tough. The fact that everything was pushed right up until the last minute, I chickened out on some of the stuff that I could have made some more money on, but I bailed probably, honestly, about 2 days early on. Could have made more money had I just held just 2 more days, but I was like, forget it. I'll make a little bit of profit. Going deep on Valentine's Day is my plan too. So yeah, Gomper says high five for taking the risk and going for it. I tried, big risk, big reward. And this one didn't pan out, but I tell you what, sure did learned a lot from it. Learned about ads. Amazon ads has a new feature, which is really cool. And it'll show you the estimated bid for the current keyword string or keywords that you're vying for, which is really helpful. So, if you're underpriced or overpriced compared to the market. So got a lot more experience with ads. Fantastic to see a bundle that I created, and I actually got some help creating. So I'll say we created, go from just nothing, no rank whatsoever, to a top 1,000 toy. That's pretty incredible. That tells me I had all the right pieces. We had all the right parts. Just went too deep on it. But man, and also people in my coaching group know that I created another bundle that recently hit. So that one hit top 1,000 and was a #1 new release. And another bundle, totally unrelated to Valentine's Day, and it also hit top 4,000 and was a #1 release. So I'm starting to understand this bundling stuff. I'm starting to understand what the people want. So I'm going to hit it hard in Easter. I got some bundle ideas. That's part of what my wholesale is, and it's going to be interesting to see if it pans out. Excuse me. So that's business. That's what's been going on between me ordering more stuff with the Cyber Monkey and the wholesale and online ordering and replens, that side of business, launching the TNT and DDR. That's been about the last week of my life. So you guys, yeah, Robert, there are some of your jokes that are hilarious that I just can't repeat. So if you guys want to get a chuckle, go check out the chat, but I cannot put them out there. Hey, Faye, what's happening? So that's business in a nutshell. If you guys have any questions, throw them out there. Otherwise, I am going to move on to the next couple of things. Yeah. Fees. Fees are going to change on the 18th. That's when the implementation of the new pick and pack and weight, dimensional, who knows what, all that junk. Our fees are going up. Shipping fees are going up on the 18th. That's what it all boils down to. The 6-month long-term storage fee is going to be implemented. And I agree, Robert, no big deal for the most part, unless you're shipping a bunch of 6-foot-tall stuffed animals. I don't think you're going to see a huge increase in fees as far as the shipping. Some of the big, lightweight, oversized stuff seems to be kind of a booger. Yeah, so box resizer, very important. If you can knock an inch or two off, you will be amazed at how much that can save you just for a tiny bit of work. Yeah, Michael Flanagan, big light items are the only things really being hit hard. Yes. And Ron says, I only sell giant heavy things. There you go. Sell weights, I guess, dumbbells, barbells, that kind of thing. So there you go. The other two things, though, that both relate to long-term storage fees is long-term storage fees begin February 15th, and anything that is in stock before February 15th is going to be subject to the 6-month long-term storage fees of $11.25 per cubic foot on August 15th. So you no longer have that 12-month period. Now you have a 6-month period. How do I see what is going to be subject? Brian, excellent question. That was the second part of my answer. The second thing is long-term storage fees are coming up on February 15th for anything that was in stock on February 15th, 2014. So right now it's 12-month. Okay. So if you want to see what's coming up for long-term storage fees, excuse me. If you want to see what's coming up on long-term storage fees, you can go into your reports. Hopefully I won't show you anything that I don't mean to. Let me check this out first. Nope, don't want to show you that one. Let's see, it is fulfillment. Let's see, reports, fulfillment, and recommended removals. Okay, so let's go ahead and show you the screen so you can see exactly where this is at. All right, so all I've done is gone under reports and fulfillment, and that's going to take us to the screen we're on now. And then you're going to come down here to the left-hand side and removals and click recommended removals. And that is going to show you everything that Amazon says you should take out for the next, or everything that you should take out, and it's going to give you the number of days it's been in stock and whether or not it's subject to long-term storage fees and all that kind of stuff. I believe you can also go into the inventory health report, which is right here, and you can download that or look through it. So there's a couple of different reports. I don't want to pull that because that's going to show you my inventory. And while I try to be generous and share everything, I don't want to show you what I'm selling. So those are the couple of places that you can go to look through and see your long-term storage fees. You should receive an email from Amazon letting you know what's coming up and going to be subject to long-term storage fees, and you can just simply put in a removal, or you can even set up automatic removals if you go under your settings and fulfillment by Amazon. In the upper right-hand corner, you have settings, fulfillment by Amazon, and automatic long-term storage fee removal. Let me just check this real quick. Okay, yeah. Nothing I don't mind showing you guys on this either. So let's go back. Man, I love this screen share. Okay, so all we did was go under settings. This is if you want to put on automatic long-term storage fee removal. Settings, fulfillment. That brings you to this screen, automated long-term storage fee removal settings. And you can just go to edit and set it up if you want it to automatically remove your inventory. Then you don't have to worry about it. So that's another option. Yeah, screen share is kind of awesome. It really is, because there's so much stuff that, I can tell you guys, but it's one thing to say, oh yeah, we sold 30,000 and versus 15,000 or whatever, but it's kind of cool to be able to show you those charts. There's no Photoshop going on. That's my account. That's my stuff. I can show you how to pull those reports instead of just telling you where they're at. I can show you the settings. I mean, I love the screen share. I didn't know that I would like it so much. All right. Sorry, just got a message from somebody. I was reading it over. Okay. Carol Giambri, I have some items in over a year. Doesn't Amazon suggest removing it? If it's only one item, now if you have like one book, you're fine. They won't charge you any long-term storage fees. If you have two or more of something, then they'll recommend that you remove down to one. You do not get charged long-term storage fees on a single unit. So if it's a thrift store item that you only sent one of, you are not going to be charged. Now, if you had two of that item, they're going to say, hey, remove one. They'll let you keep one in stock forever. They are not going to let you keep two in stock. Yes, two of the same item. Exactly. My recommended removal report comes up with blank. Am I doing something wrong? Okay, let's make sure I'm not on screen. Let's see. Let me go into it. Go to reports, fulfillment, recommended removal. No, you're not doing anything wrong. You may just not have any recommended removals. Right now I have 12. None of them are long-term storage fees, but I have some that were in unsellable condition, so I have to do something with those. Normally I have those automatically sent back to me, but because I had some weird issues and I had some candy bars, I'll tell you what happened. I had 27 candy bars that Amazon said, these are expired, and they set them off to the unsellable. And I did not realize it for about 30 days. When I noticed one day that I had 27 unsellable candy bars, I said, hey, those aren't expired. Go check it out. So sure enough, I put it in the case. They come back and they said they sold 5 of them right away. I was like, okay, cool. My candy bars are selling. They found that they are not expired. They came back with the other 22 of them, and they said, oh, no, they're not expired, but they're now within the 50 days, so we can't sell them anyway. So, yeah. So I stopped my automatic removals, just my monthly returns that I normally have on, until they got all that solved. So I'll turn it on again next month and have all this stuff. This is basically all my Christmas returns that are coming back to me, which isn't bad. Other than the candy bars, I have 11 other items, or 12 other items that are actually coming back to me. Not a big deal. I can live with that. It's not bad for selling 3,000 items over the course of Christmas. Yeah, the Amazon break room. You're right. I should just have them destroy it, and then everybody can have like these big 1-pound Reese cups. Actually, what I'm considering doing is taking those 1-pound Reese cups, putting them with a fluffy bunny, and merchant fulfilling those little boogers for Easter. So that's one thought that I've had. Maybe I'll just take a little fluffy bunny and a little 1-pound chocolate, stick those 2 in a box, and I'll ship it to you. So we'll see how that works out. It's going to be short expiration dates, but whatever. I mean, these things are 1/2-pound Reese cups. They're cool. Kids do like boogers. It's kind of weird, actually. So what do we got? 8:46. Okay, we're coming up on stop time. I mean, like I said, I'm not here just to ramble and take up your time. So if you guys got questions, I'm more than happy to answer them. Otherwise, we're about to call it a night. And Lynette says, you hate to merchant fulfill. Yes, I do. I also hate to eat $132 in chocolate bars. So I'm going to try to avoid that, because I paid $6 a piece for 22 of those now unfulfillable chocolate bars. I would rather not be stuck with those. And yeah, Easter is early this year. I know. I got to get on that. Now that the case is finally settled, I'm going to get those returned. Gompers, you want them sent to you, buddy? I will send you 22 1-pound Reese cups. Maybe that's what I should do. Maybe I should just take them to CES and give them out. Duane, anything you might suggest to get creative juices flowing on Easter bundles? Yeah, I did a whole screencast in my coaching group about that. What do you think about Mother's Day bundles? I think Mother's Day is awesome. Everybody celebrates their mother. Everybody, love you, mom, world's greatest mom, that kind of stuff. Mother is another word for love. All those little cliche things that you hear. It's going to sell. It's got the word mother in it. So you want some ideas for Easter and Mother's Day? Go to Amazon and start plugging in those words and see what comes back. I mean, there's no big secret to what I do. It just takes some time, and it takes a little bit of creative thinking, but essentially I'm going to Amazon and I'm going to put in Mother's Day, and I'm going to see what pops up. And I might take it a step further and put in Mother's Day plush, or Mother's Day vases, Mother's Day roses. I don't know, just some key phrases that might bring something back. Or if you have some wholesale accounts, they have seasonal stuff in your wholesale accounts. Go to seasonal, go see what's there. Maybe take some of those phrases from what's there, go back to Amazon. Go to Amazon, start putting in Mother's Day. Let's do it right now. Let's go to, let's see what comes up. All right. Again, just never know what I'm going to show you guys. So I like to see it before I start showing you. Okay, so real quick, if you want to see what's popular on Amazon, let's go up here. Oh, don't type Amazon. Type Mother's Day gifts. All right, so here's the top hits. And then there's ring, day, necklace, Mother's Milkmaid tea. Not even sure what that is. But let's do Mother's Day. And now we get Mother's Day jewelry, rings, cards, Mother's Day out. It's kind of interesting. What in the world is a Mother's Day out? Oh, it's a book. Okay. I was wondering. So if you're approved in jewelry, maybe we want to do Mother's Day jewelry. I don't know if, see, this is just kind of sterling silver. So that's going to be more along the lines of costume jewelry. It's not going to be the fine jewelry. So a lot of you are maybe able to do that. Again, sterling silver, you notice they're heart-shaped. Do you have a wholesaler that maybe has heart-shaped jewelry and maybe it has Mother's Day, something or other tied to it? This one, I mean, obviously that is straight up Mother's Day. If we just put in Mother's Day gift, okay, we got some mugs. We got some kind of little scroll plaque thing. Got some roses. Grandma. Let's not forget about Grandma. She's a mother too. Some more roses. There's some sponsored ads. We don't care too much about those. Here's some of those necklaces we were just looking at. Here's somebody put together a bundle. So, Tickle Me plant that closes. Let's see. What is this? So somebody's got just little hearts and planters. And they got a Tickle Me plant. I have no idea what a Tickle Me plant is. If this is yours, I'm sorry, but oh no, Tickle Me plant. Okay, this is the actual manufacturer. And that's #1 new release in home decor and packages. So let's see. It's already 3,700 in home and kitchen. We're nowhere near Mother's Day, yet it's like page 2 of searching for Mother's Day. They're calling it Valentine's gift boxes, yet it hits on Mother's Day gift. So, they've done a great job with this. So maybe you make some little planners. Maybe you make something that's a little bundle that's, here, Mom, I love you. Go grow your garden. I don't know. But that's all I do. I sit here and poke around and I let Amazon tell me what's popular. And if I happen to find something that is kind of even remotely good right now, like I told you with the Michael's shooting me some messages. Anyway, you get the idea. So you're going to see that kind of stuff. Go into it. And, if it's remotely good now, it's going to be great when it comes up, when Mother's Day rolls around. So that's all I do is I poke around and I try to see, where is Amazon going to lead me? And so it's a two-pronged attack. I go to the wholesalers that I already have and I work my way back. And then I also, through the seasonal and that kind of stuff. And then I also go to Amazon and I work my way back to my wholesalers. So you can do it either way. And I've been successful with both. I prefer going from Amazon because the listing's already there and then trying to find the wholesalers for that product, but you can go the other way too. You can go with your wholesalers and try to find a product that matches on Amazon. And then, follow the rabbit trails. Definitely always follow the rabbit trails. Sterling silver, I don't know. I'm sorry, Bob. You don't like sterling silver. Maybe I missed a comment, but anyway, that's just some of the different things that you can do to try to get an idea for what's popular for Mother's Day right now. If it's popular now, 2 months from now, 3 months from now, we're February, March, April, May, we're 3 months out. So if it has any kind of rank right now, it's going to be killer come Mother's Day. All right. And now we should be right up, on the 9 o'clock hour. So any other questions? That's about the most I think I'm going to get into. Almost 9 o'clock. We're going to call it a night. Any final questions? In 3, 2, 1. All right. You guys are welcome. Gompers, do you prefer 2 or 3 inch tape? Yeah. No, 3 inch. All right. Good night, guys. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for hanging out for the Zoom. Does seem to be a better platform, so I appreciate you guys being here. Hopefully you got some ideas. You see where I'm going with things. Make your business get there. Beat me to the punch. I'm shooting for 500,000. Shoot, go do 1 million. Show me that I'm a fool and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm okay with that because that means you are extremely successful. And that's all I'm looking for. I want to be successful. I want you to be even more successful. Guys, have a good night. We'll see you next Wednesday on Zoom, 8 p.m. Eastern. Have a good night. Bye, guys.